Alright, welcome to Sky Vision FX, and let's look at the trade recap for the week. So this is the 4-hour chart, and we'll look through the pairs that we've been trading, majorly 3 pairs. So this is the pound Aussie, as you can see there. This is the pound Aussie. Let's make this black. Okay, so we started off so on this so on the third candle, on this, when this candle started, or should we use yellow? When this candle here started, we had this fractal appear, and then so I placed a trade here. Well, actually I came to the chart much later, after price had closed, after the second candle had closed and had moved up and started moving down. I think I came to the chart when it was down here. I was expecting it to move back up again before moving down, but it did not do that. So I did not get triggered on any of these trades. So these ones were not triggered. So I missed out on that trade. Then next we had this trade setup here, which I placed. Okay, and you notice I placed it on this candle. Technically, officially, it should have been on this candle because I wasn't here. This was Asia period. I wasn't at my desk at this level, so I came in the morning to look at the charts, and then I placed the trades there. So eventually this trade got stopped out, but if you look at this very closely, you will see that I was stopped out just on about 5 pips or so, less than 5 pips in fact, and then the trade went my way. So moving forward, what I'm going to do is to place, I'll place maybe one, and I'll place 2 trades, and then the next one I'll place it somewhere there and give this room, give it a bit of room. So between this level, between my stop, between the where the fractal happened, where the fractal appeared, so between this level here where the fractal appeared and the space, the gap there, I will give it at least maybe 20 to 30 pips, for instance, so that things like this, if it happens, then we know that it truly market wants to go in that direction. But if not, I'll give it that room so that I'll try to avoid some trades like this. But it is what it is. Okay. Now, so later, while we had this buy, we now had this sell fractal here. I placed a trade much later after this candle had closed, thinking that price will actually come back up, but it did not do that. So, but thankfully too, you see price just went down and then started coming up. Okay, then the next fractal happened here. When that happened, I was not at my desk at this level here. Well, I had seen the price come up. I think it was somewhere there. So I placed these 2 pending buys, but price did not come down to this level. So I did not take part in this big move here. Even though I got the signal, I was not in. So moving forward, what I'll do, once the signal comes up, I'll place a trade at the top there, place another one around the middle area, and then place another one around the bottom area, so that if those get triggered, that will be great. But if the third one doesn't get triggered, even these 2 will be okay. All right. So this went up, and then on this candle here, I did not take this trade for some reason. I'd gotten some massive losses, and I was in a loss of almost I think it was 5% or so. So I didn't want to add more losses if that was going to be a loss. Then eventually we got this fractal here, and I placed the trade, and thankfully 2 of the trades were picked up. The third one was not picked up. This was my stop loss down there, and I've just closed I've made partial profits on it, and moved the remaining to break even. So that's on pound Aussie. Let's move very swiftly now to the okay, let's do euro yen. So euro yen, I did not take a trade at all. I didn't get any fractal here. I did not get any fractal here. And when I got this fractal, I thought I had actually placed a pending order here, unknowingly, not knowing that I had put that trade on GBP JPY. All right, so I'd mistaken the two, you know. So but what happened was that similar to what happened to on my pound Aussie. See, just a few pips from my stop loss. This was where my stop loss was. Okay, so I'm going to give it just a little bit more breathing room. So I'll have like 20 pips between this level and this stop loss is about 10 pips right now. So I'll just double it, give it like 20 pips or 25 pips. But let's start with 20 pips and see if that'll be okay. So what happened was this sell trade got stopped out, and then the buy trade which happened on this level then eventually also got stopped out. So I was stopped out on both sides, and that was like 3%. I lost like 3% there. That was why I did not take that other trade on euro on pound Aussie. So let's go back to euro. So we'll remove this pound yen. We'll remove it so that we won't get confused with it. So on euro yen, so I did not take any other trade until today. There was a fractal here, so I placed a trade here. It got triggered and stopped me out. However, I then did what I call a stop and reversal trade. So once I get stopped out and I see that that candle has moved, I'll just place an entry and see if that will go. And this actually went to my first take profit. It did not come up to pick the second. So I had a second entry there, but it did not push back up to that second entry to go downward. So I had only one entry, and that was what I got there. Then on gold, let's see. On gold, some interesting things happened here. So we got this fractal. We placed a pending sell there, and we were never triggered. Okay, so I closed those trades out. Then when the price came close to this level, I placed the pending orders, thinking that price would just come here and then drop. Okay, but I got stopped out. Okay, and that was fine. However, you will ask what happened to this fractal here. So I did not take any trade. You see, I did not place any trade here. I thought I was actually looking for a big drop, which we'll see happen today, Friday. So anyway, so moving forward, what I'll do is to, just as we said, once we get a setup, we'll place the entry and then just follow it like that until it gives us it hits the profit target. So when we got this fractal, we got this trade here. That was good. We didn't get triggered on the two other pending orders. So we got a nice cash out there. And then the other one was when I moved it to break even plus some pips. I got stopped out on that break even. So price did come down eventually. And then when we got this fractal, I eventually placed a trade, but I think it was not triggered. Yeah, it was just going up and down. There was actually a fractal that happened here. So but I did not place that sell because I was doubting it and I was not confident of this trade moving it further down. So I didn't take that trade. But then when we got this one, I still did not take that trade because I was still in that doubtful mode. But what will happen next time is that just take the trade. So what I should have gotten is that ideally, so what will have happened is that if I place this trade here, this one wouldn't have moved that much, so I will have lost one trade here. But with this trade here, I will have recouped some profits. Okay, I'll have recouped some profits. Then with this trade here, of course, we saw that that trade moved well. So this trade moved well. This one will have moved well. This trade here will have been stopped out. But this one will have then recouped some of the losses that one will have gotten from this. And then with this fractal here, we'll have gotten some really massive profits there. And right now, we don't have any fractal yet. it's at the close of this candle that we'll get a fractal here. So this was a massive candle, and we couldn't get any entry because there was no fractal on this build up here. So no trades for today until no more trades for today until tomorrow. Well, next week when we come back again. So we are down about 3%. That's 2.9, about 2.9%. So next week we hope to be back to break even and some positive. Will be in the positive region. All right. Have a great trading week next week.